everybody, I've got another book to read to you today. This one is called Weather, and it's got lots of information all about weather all around the world, and also different outfits that you might need to wear during different weathers. So I thought I would give you a little story. This one is an information book, and it's got a very special name. It's called a non-fiction book. So at the start of our book, we have got a special page called a contents page. And in here, it's got different titles with a number next to it. So if we want to find out about a certain topic about weather, then we can go to a certain page and it will show us all about it. So for example, this one down here says clouds, and it's next to number 12. So if I go straight to number 12, it should be all about clouds. There you go. It is indeed. So we're going to read it from the beginning, read it through. So this one is all in a day. A sunny morning. It's morning. You pull back the curtains and look outside. The sky is blue and the sun is shining. You put on your shorts and t-shirt and run to school. Then we go on to a wet afternoon. By the afternoon, it's wet and breezy. You're feeling cold. Thank goodness Dad brought your sweater. And that's why we always say make sure you bring your hat and your coat to school, because so often you'll come to school when it's sunny and by the afternoon it's thunderstorms outside. So it's always good to have good weather gear. Weather changes. The weather can change from one moment to the next. A sunny morning may cloud over. A wet and windy morning may be followed by a dry afternoon. Weather patterns. In some parts of the world, the weather doesn't change every day. It's more settled, hot and dry. In North Africa, the sun feels hot all year round and there is little rain. In parts of South America, the weather is always hot and wet. Icy cold. The North and South Poles are so cold that the land is always covered with snow and ice. Each country has its own kind of weather, like a regular pattern. We call this the country's climate. So that's the climate for the North and South Pole. Here's the climate for South America and the climate for most of Africa. The seasons. In some parts of the world, the weather changes regularly during the year in a pattern which we call seasons. Some of the warmest parts of the world have two seasons, one rainy, one dry. It all depends which way the winds are blowing. We know the 4 seasons. The cooler parts of the world have 4 seasons called spring, summer, autumn and winter. One season slowly changes into another as the earth moves round the sun. Plants and animals sense the changing seasons and it affects the way they grow and live. So we've looked at autumn and winter all together, but now we are in summer. But there's pictures of our seasons. So have a chat with your mummies and daddies about seasons. That'd be really interesting. What causes the weather? High up in the sky, things are happening that we cannot see or feel. Great winds blow backwards and forwards around the earth. They rush above wet seas and hot deserts far below. Here's the earth here. It's a picture of it. The sun shines brightly, warming the land. Huge parcels of air rise up into the sky. They cool and sink back down towards the land. All of these things help to make the earth's weather. Sunshine, wind, clouds, rain, snow and thunderstorms. All of these things are happening somewhere in the world right now. The sun. All of our weather begins with the sun in space. The sun is an enormous ball of super hot gas. Its heat reaches us through millions and billions of kilometres of space. Here's a picture of the sun. The sun is like an engine that drives the world's weather. Its heat causes winds to blow. It dries up the rain, making invisible steam rise into the air. And it is the strength of the sun's rays which makes some parts of the world so hot, while other parts are so cold. Let's go on to our clouds page. What are clouds made from? I wonder if you've read the other story all about the raindrop that goes plop. You might be able to tell me about this. Clouds are made of tiny drops of water and ice crystals floating in the air. The water comes from seas, rivers and lakes. It comes from the rain and puddles you've splashed in. The sun's heat changes the water into an invisible steam and it evaporates up. The steam rises up, changes back into tiny droplets of water and makes a cloud. There are different types of clouds you see: high, wispy clouds on a sunny day,